Hi, welcome to your online course for learning how to access your own Akashic Records. My name's Kathy, and I'm going to be your guide throughout this process, or your teacher, whichever word you prefer. So before we get started into the content, let me give you a little bit of background information about who I am and how I got to where I am today. So when I was a little kid, I really didn't consider myself to be an intuitive person. Although all throughout my life, I'd always have people would come to me with their problems, with their issues, with their challenges, with their questions, and to me, the answers always seemed to be kind of obvious, like, well, it should be this or that, no. And I would give them guidance or suggestions, and at the time, I thought it was just common sense because it was so clear to me what the choices were, or if you would make a certain choice, what direction it would take your life. And then somewhere along the way, I figured out it really wasn't common sense because there weren't lots of other people coming to the same conclusions. And so that kind of meant that it wasn't common knowledge. And then I kind of began to wonder, well, what is it? And so I went in search of learning how to be more intuitive. And I kind of got started on my spiritual journey back in 1998. And every time I would learn some new piece of information, there'd be something that I think, oh, what does that mean? And how can I learn more about that? And I was so hungry, so starved for everything that I could find. And one thing would just lead to another. And it was this fantastic journey for many, many years, although it was more intense in the beginning. And one of the classes that I came across in that first year or two of searching and studying and learning was a class on the Akashic Records. And when I went to the class, I thought, oh, this will be fun. This will be good. It's a new tool for me. And as I went through the class itself and I went to some of the practice sessions, I realized that it was something I was really doing all along. And that's what I had been doing my whole life. I just didn't know that that's what I was doing. And it didn't make that class any less valuable. In fact, it made it even more valuable because it finally gave me a piece of information. It gave me a name for what I was doing. And it also gave me a tool to be able to turn it on and turn it off at my choosing, rather than just kind of being at the whim of it, which is what had been happening up to that point. Now, where I took my initial class was a particular organization that we just had a difference in philosophy. I don't believe in the necessity of all these human-made hoops and structures that you have to go through. To me, the Akashic Records, it's a part of who you are. It is just like a part of your body, a part of your being, and it's yours. You have every right to learn how to access that information and to use it on a daily basis. And once you learn how to do that, it really is yours. And then you're tapping into that field of information. That becomes your guidance system, not another human being. So I'm so sorry. In my office, as we're doing this, I decided that I just wanted to break away cleanly and respectfully from that particular organization. So what I did was I went into my records and I asked, please give me another method. Give me a tool that I can use that is my own, that I can then teach other people. People who will be drawn to me and who will appreciate the perspective that I bring to the table. And what we have today and what you're going to be learning is the result of that question that I asked back in 1999, probably. And so I hope that you find value in it, because I certainly have. As I said before, this has been one of the most powerful tools that I've had in my spiritual toolbox for my personal growth and spiritual development. And the beauty of it is that it doesn't get outdated. It never gets old. You always have it with you. And so it's always on the ready. And it really just becomes a part of who you are after a while. And the more that you practice and the better you get, it just becomes this natural thing, as simple and as easy and as natural as breathing air. Thank you for listening so far. And I hope you look forward to the next segment as much as I do.